Morning, everybody. It's Ian again because it's Wednesday. At least I think it's Wednesday. So I'm going to make a video for your Paperboy collaboration channel. This week's topic that we're going to be discussing is: are transgender support groups, online type groups, helpful or hurtful? So, excuse me. Yes and no and both and either one. I've seen a lot of support groups, and I'm actually a active member on quite a few of them. There are both positives and negatives to online support groups. So depending on the type of person that you are, depends on the type of support group you're going to look for. So some are very, very like specific. Like these are only for trans men that are post transition, and these are only for trans women who are pre hormones, and it just subsets us all, which in and of itself is both a positive and negative, because number one, it separates us, but it also gives us a way to communicate with our peers, people that we would not have any communication with otherwise, people we'd never know, people from all over the world, really. So, depending on what you want, you can actually search some of these groups. Some of them are private and secret, and some of them are not. You can be invited in by other people. Mostly, I'm thinking about the ones on Facebook that I found. I'm even a part of a group for trans masculine people who choose to or are trying to get pregnant and give birth and stuff like that. Fascinating stories. Um, so yeah, there's something for literally everybody out there, no matter what you're going for. Some groups are mixed, some are sex segregated or gender segregated, rather. So yeah, a little bit of everything. Now I have noticed that in some of these groups, there's this outpouring of love and positivity and support from your peers, which is fantastic because that's kind of like me. That's how I am. It's just always positive, 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 and then the on the other end of the spectrum, there's this one group. I'm not going to name it because I don't know who watches my videos really, but their entire purpose is to insult and make fun of cis people. Now, I understand that there are lots and lots and lots of cis people who are against us and, who hurt us and who intentionally misgender us. And maybe it's out of ignorance, maybe it's out of hatred. I don't know. But for me personally, I just feel like that's not an excuse to come back at them in the same way. The only way, you can't fight fire with fire. You can only fight, that kind of fire with love or water, stuff like that. So, it almost like fuels the people in the group to hate cis people more. And I think that cis people should be our allies and our advocates, because we can't get our voices heard and recognized and respected without them. There's just too few of us. So those kind of groups are kind of negative, and they can potentially be really harmful to somebody who maybe just went through something recently and is struggling with trying to, find your love of humanity all over again, and but there are some that, they're just there to support, to help, to lift you up and build you up and be strong, and that's a fantastic thing. That's absolutely a good thing, because when we are at our lowest and ready to just give up, then people like us being able to talk to us is such a valuable thing. On another important note, there's something else that I've noticed. There's these trends. So I'm recording, Michael. Yeah, one of my people. So we have a tendency to want to give each other advice and help. It's absolutely natural. That's such a human thing, and that is a good, wonderful thing. But sometimes some of us don't have the correct information. That's through no fault of our own. That's just our own personal experience or our own research or something we heard or something we read. And depending on what information you're getting, depending on what you're giving out to other people, it could be really harmful. perfect example. One of the groups that I follow, this kid he's really young, so he's unable to get on hormones because his parents won't approve it or whatever. So he was asking for ways to maybe start the process naturally. And several guys in the group gave him the advice to start taking over-the-counter testosterone boosting supplements. That is a really bad idea. Really, really, really bad idea. Those are not designed for guys like us, and that is a topic for a whole nother day. We can go into, what hurts you, and if you need information on that, comment below or get me in my DMs, any way you want to, because that is really, really harmful. So I didn't comment on it because, I didn't want inevitably 15 people to come after me saying, oh, I did it and I'm great and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, liver malfunction. So I DM'd the guy and I'm like, hey, this is what's up and this is why it's not a good idea. And he was very thankful. Somebody else actually advised him to find a buddy who's on hormones and get some of his. Do we even need to talk about why that's bad? No. And then on the other note, I've seen posts about guys who are struggling with trying to find out how their body is working. They're struggling emotionally because things are changing so much. And, the advice they get is great. And it's from their personal experience and all these other things. So, long and short of this video, if you managed to make it this far, I'm going to sum it up for you. Trans support groups online are positive and negative. It just depends on what you take from it. So the most important thing that you can remember is don't automatically take everything you read online as truth. That is not how it is. I think Abraham Lincoln posted that on Instagram. See my point? Anytime you get advice from anybody, including me, research it. Research it. Google, talk to your doctor, talk to your therapist, whatever you need to do to make sure that the information is safe for you and it's going to help you lead a happy, healthy, normal, productive life. And everybody's different. Everybody's different. But in the end, we're all kind of the same too. So, just be careful with yourself and your body and your life because you've only got one of any of those things in general. So that's my video. Yay. I think I managed to post on time this week and it's beautiful. The temperature in Houston has dropped significantly and there's a nice little breeze. So I'm not sweating like I normally am on my videos. So I'm sure that's a nice change for you guys. Make sure that you check out the video that you're going to find clicked in the little linky link, the next video, and then also subscribe so you can keep up with our channel and see when all of the new videos are being posted. I love you guys so much. I will definitely see you next Wednesday. Everybody take care of yourself.